Hello and welcome. I'm so excited that you're taking a moment to learn more about our upcoming webinar, Modern Selling Mindset. I'm Amy, founder of Shatter, a sales and personal development consultancy, helping women sell more of the things they love in a way that feels good. And the purpose of this video is just to give you an overview of what we're going to be talking about in the webinar. We're also going to be answering some frequently asked questions. So let's dive in. The first thing that I want to share is just the overarching question that we're going to be answering, which is how would your sales approach transform if it were driven by joy? Now, you might be thinking, Amy, the word joy and selling or sales just doesn't exist in the same sentence and never should be and never has been and never will. Well, I'm here to tell you that after spending the last 25 years in sales, predominantly male dominated, highly competitive industries, joy has always been a foundational element of my process. And I'm so excited to share how it can be part of your process as well. So let's start by answering some frequently asked questions. So the first one is who is this webinar for? So this webinar is for anyone who is generating revenue. And this can look like somebody that works for a company that's generating revenue for the company that they work for. They're an employee. It could also be an entrepreneur, a business owner, where their primary responsibility or they are the person that is generating revenue for their company. Now, it's also great for people that are turned off by traditional sales models and they're looking for techniques that are effective and feel good to implement. Now, if that sentence resonates with you, then this webinar is absolutely for you. So the next question that we're answering is, will you be selling me anything during the webinar? The answer is no, I will absolutely not be selling you anything. And I have a confession because there are lots of super successful business coaches, entrepreneurs that would tell us that it is a huge mistake to offer a free webinar and not ask somebody to purchase something at the end of it. And I'll tell you that the reason why we're offering it for free is because giving unconditionally is a cornerstone element of the Shatter Effect sales system and coincidentally, the modern selling mindset. So we're going to actually practice what we preach. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, why are you doing this webinar then? Like, what's in it for you? And what's in it for us is that we are really looking to find our people. There are lots of people out there, even women, that are using traditional sales models and it's working for them and it feels good and they're super successful. They should keep doing that. That is absolutely great and that is totally fine. But we are looking for women that are looking for something different, something more modern, something more progressive. And so a win for us is just finding out who those people are. Now, I do want to say that we are a sales training and coaching consultancy. So if you are watching this and you're like, I need your services, then please reach out to us. You can book a free consultation and we would be happy to talk with you to see if our approach resonates with you and if we would be a good fit to work with. But we don't want you to be deterred from signing up for the webinar thinking that it's just going to be one big sales pitch, because it absolutely will not be that. Okay, so moving on, the third question is do I need to be camera ready? Of course, us ladies think that we need to be camera ready. And first of all, you never have to be camera ready in the Shatter Effect community, but you absolutely for sure will not have to be during this webinar because it is a standard Zoom webinar. I'll be the only one even able to be on camera. You can show up in your pajamas, eating your lunch, whatever you're doing. You will be able to interact through the chat function if you have questions or want to provide feedback. And the last question is can I get a recording? Absolutely. So if something comes up and you're not able to make it and you still want in on the information, then we will be sending it out a recording to people that have registered. So you'll absolutely have access to that as well. All right. So those are all the FAQs that we have today, but if you have other ones, please reach out to me and I would be happy to answer them for you. So let's get into what we're actually going to be covering in the webinar. So the first thing that we're going to go over is the evolution of sales. And this is really interesting because, as you know, we talk in society or in the media, they talk a lot about AI and how that has shifted our world. But what we don't think about is how much our world has changed from the industrial age into the age of information, which we're currently in, and how the world of sales has evolved and how buyers have evolved. And just as a teaser into what we're going to be talking about is that buyers of today really they most resonate with people that use the skills that come naturally to women, which are things like curiosity, collaboration, emotional intelligence. So it is such an exciting time to be a woman in sales today. Next, we're going to be talking about the traditional versus the trailblazing. So we're actually going to lay out what that traditional model of sales looks like. If you're not sure, we're going to be going over that. And then we're going to be discussing what that more modern, more trailblazing way of selling looks like. Next, we're going to be getting into some super juicy stuff, which is the modern sales symphony. And the reason why this is so great is because we're actually going to be sharing the 3-step process that we use inside the Shatter FX sales system, which is connect, cultivate, and convert. Now, this means that you're going to walk away with tangible techniques and processes that you can use immediately in your sales process. Next, we're going to be talking about high vibe strategies. So what we're going to be talking about in this section is standard practices like asking for a referral, prospecting, networking, even cold calling, what those look like through a high vibe modern lens, meaning both buyer and seller feel great after each interaction. This is super exciting. I can't wait to talk about that. And then last but not least, we have momentum through mindset. So we're going to take everything that we learned throughout the webinar and we are going to start integrating mindset techniques so that when we go out to use these skills, we're actually going to feel good and our mindset is going to be in a really great place to be ultra successful, ultra effective, and just really feel good. So those are the 5 main topics that we're going to be covering during the webinar. If those topics, first of all, resonate with you, we would absolutely love to see you. Please register today. And if you do have other questions, please reach out to me. I would be happy to answer them for you. In the meantime, thank you so much for taking time to watch this, and I will see you soon.